All right. So good morning, everyone. My name is Banks. I'm the founder of Good Early Deals and also the lead analyst, basically. So today we'll be looking at the pair that we trade the most, alongside like other pairs also, to be able to like do analysis of what we can like expect for like the new week, basically. And as you can already see here, you see boldly that we're expecting we've had series of occasions where we took XAUUSD. I want us to like have a broad overview, right? So let me go to the 4 hour, makes it easier. So on the 4 hour, you can clearly see all the trades that we've taken, how we moved from taking all of the buys all the way to this high area that is here, and then okay, we saw that there was some exhaustion, and then there was a break, and all the way down, we were able to like take multiple sells. Now, for me, a lower high area has been broken here, right? This region that is here, let me just delete this thing, it's blocking it. A lower high area has been broken here, right? This region that is here has been broken. So for me, nonetheless, it would mean that automatically this area has been broken because we keep it simple with supply and demand, but our own is different. So there's a break here that market created by pushing down price. It broke this zone. So there's a retest currently happening back into this area that is here, which is draggable on that side. That area to sort of giving like a retest to get like sell opportunities all the way to the downside. So if you ask me, I will be saying that if you can fine tune your entries, this is not an entry. This is not a signal lecture, but just to explain the charts to you so that you can look at it, you know, from your own perspective. Let me put back the candle, the week, the long formation I removed. So that will automatically. So for me, I feel like okay, it might still get down to 33.20, but then we've had market create this zone, this area that got down into this zone, and then it failed to continue to push down price, which is quite understandable in all honesty, because by the time we look at every other factor that did not make it, push price, you then realize that those reasons are actually not far-fetched, because at the end of the day, from this same trade, we can clearly see that this is a buy area. So for me, it's either we have a sell all the way to the downside, targeting an exit area around here as your exit point, which means you're going to be expecting new sell opportunities all the way down. So if you mark that out, you can fine tune it however you want anyway. But the signals will still be sent anyway to the VVIPs first. Um, so so either there's like an entry around here that sort of allows you to be able to, look off of this area and then target sell opportunities all the way down. But then nonetheless, this zone is a zone to be very, very careful of, because you can have a situation where markets um you can have a situation where market does something like this where it pushes down price into this area and then it buys back up. Or it goes here again, retests around the stop loss region and then come all the way down. So if I were you, I'll just be like, okay, now I'm still looking at sell opportunities. I've not seen any reason yet to look for buys, right? But then this area that is here is an area I need to be careful of because of the retest that has happened at this area and because it's on a 4 hour time frame, making it a stronger time frame to be careful of. So you can look at sell POIs, but just make sure that this zone, maybe if your trade is approaching that area, you can just easily run risk free or set stop loss at break even just to avoid any nonsense from happening here basically. So gold sells to an area where you can have possible buy POIs. So if you want the signal, you know what to do. Let's look at other pairs like USD JPY. We look at USD JPY now. So UJ. Let's look at UJ. Okay, so for UJ, we already predicted that we were looking at sell POIs, and it has already played out. So my target before was sell POI for my target before was sell POI. My target before was sell POI for USD JPY. But then that's already happened because we had this analysis, we did this analysis I think last week or so, and it has basically played out. This other one too, we did it about last week, about we did this particular analysis here too about like 2 weeks ago or thereabout. It was very close to our entry here, I think by like 2 pips from our entry, and look at it hits the TP here below. So just know guys, like our trades might not be 100% correct, and there's nothing that is 100% correct. Well, you see that 80%, 85% accuracy. Nah, man, it's fire. So now this one didn't play out. So automatically it played out anyway. But if I had adjusted my entry like this alone, it would have been full TP hits. But I didn't adjust my entry. I just left it here, and it was so close to it. That's fine. And the TP was like 600 pips. It's even 600 pips. It's more than that. It's yeah, the TP was 603 pips. So for me right now, I would say that can we expect another sell POI? Most likely, because of the first one that we had here initially. So if I were you, I'll just simply mark out like a sell POI, like some shots. So I'll go to 45 minutes. So now we're trying to refine this zone here and then give us like the sell targets. So therefore giving us like an opportunity for a continuation of like the sales and all of that, basically. So you can see clearly here. So by the time you refine, bring this up a bit. So it sort of gives us like a continuation pattern. Well, okay, we can look at it that okay, this is the possible zone where market can most likely react from. Why? Because we've also had like a series of break of structure and most likely a retest from that area. And considering the fact that it also play out on a 4 hour time frame, we can, sort of expect that there will be like a continuation of the same thing that happened again. So yeah. So downloading sell opportunities here basically. Not to waste our time. Let's go to USD card. So for USD card, let's see if we can go to the 4 hour. So for USD card, we had a TP of 185 pips, and market give us 131 pips, which is quite fair if you ask me. But then for me, I'm not satisfied with the entries no more. So let's look at UJ. USD JPY, I've been expecting buys for the longest for USD JPY, but it's been acting very stubborn. A lot of consolidation here, failing to pick up price. So till it does that, we're not going to be able to pick a trade for that. And then Euro USD. Euro USD would have been a nice pair to be trading, but it's just stupidly slow. EUR JPY, we're not really satisfied with the entries. NZD JPY, not seeing anything. AUD, now this sells. I did this analysis for AUD USD last week, and it's almost at TP. It's crazy how most of these trades just play out. I did this analysis last week for AUD USD, pretty much, and now we're having markets pushing down price instead of reacting. But yeah. So this is AUD JPY analysis, but it's about the ETP. So I really don't think it will count for you, except you want to go ahead and take it. And this is AUD JPY. I did this analysis to last week, where I expected like market to basically push down price. And then we are having currently this that's happening. So if we put this on 45, let's not do 45. Let's do 2 hour. So the 2 hour time frame, you can clearly see there and all. So this is also one for you to take if you want. So I'm going to look at one more pair, and that's it. Let's look at USD CHF. Not so satisfied. NZD CHF. GU. GBP USD should break this area. It's a continuation of the sales. I'm not quite comfortable with the GJ. Same thing again. One more pair. Yeah, you're welcome, guys. I think that's all for now. So if you want to basically get started, all of the trades will be sent to the VVIP. So you guys can text me if you want to join. And also the Forex Signal will also get trades today, but not as much as the VVIPs, but they will to sit. And I'm waiting for you to join them. So let me stop sharing now and go into synthetics, which is deriv. All right, so welcome back, everyone. So now for this, let's take a quick look. It's just 3 pairs we're doing. So volatility 10-1S, volatility 10-1S, in all honesty, I'm expecting sales. But then let's look at what we have here. So market is pushing up price a bit. So me, I'm feeling like it's going to be a situation where market does a buy to sell move. So market does like a buy to sell move where it pushes up price. Right, so we're expecting it to, push up price into like an area for continuation of the sales. So for me, we can sort of mark out a zone. We'll be expecting market to basically do a continuation of the sales from all the way. Something like this. All the way to the downside, basically. So this is another POI that we can look out for volatility 10. So even if you track this, you can easily also download. And the next POI would be 10 index. So for 10 index, for me, I would say that for 10 index, the sales are also visible, but it might just take a bit of time for you to get there. So I really would just ignore it until I see that it's approaching the closer POI. So for 15 1S, it can also be a continuation to the downside, but it has to tap into a proper supply or demand zone for us to be able to pick it from. So one more pair, 25 1S. 25 1S has broken this area. So for me, I can be expecting something like this to happen. And with something like that, you can expect a continuation all the way to the downside. While potential take profits can be around 620,848.7456 region. And that's like pretty much it. So guys, this is an avenue for you to, go this new week and be strategic. There is a whole lot of videos. There's a whole lot of, I did a couple of explanation in the Forex signal room yesterday on how, you can take partial profits, how you can scale, how you can layer, everything is there. So it's an avenue for you to sit down, go back on all of the videos that are the tutorial videos and even the ones that can help you scale with the signals and every other thing and actually implement them and learn, right? So that, you moving into this new week and even into the next month, you know that with a certain level of consistency that you have, you're going to be having results. See, you can't, one thing I tell you every time is that in life, you can't give what you don't have. If you're tired of the place that you are, if you want to do more for people that are around you, you must have more. In order for you to have more, you must acquire more, you must learn more, you must invest more in yourself because you can't give what you don't have. But when you continue to be a better version of yourself, you continue to be, an upper echelon, you continue to, chase the better version of who you can be, then you can be able to help people around you, your family, your friends, and all that. So instead of you crying, start investing more in yourself, invest in knowledge, invest in you being a better version of yourself, and then, come and see the kind of progress that you basically have at the end of the day. Now, progress is not always monetary alone. People tag their level of progress based on what is in their bank account. No. But for as long as you keep acquiring more knowledge, there'll come a point in your life where that knowledge would most likely or eventually pay you throughout your lifetime. Now, because you keep acquiring more. So I need you guys to, be strategic about why you are really doing what you're doing. Ask yourself, why am I here? What's my plan for the longest? And how does this fit into my purpose? And I want you to be able to now draw out a proper plan from there and start, working on it as soon as you possibly can. You basically would see growth at the end of the day. It's going to take a bit of time. There'll be a time when you're tired. It happens to every single human being. But what makes you you is the fact that you're dedicated and consistent with your craft. And I pray that God in His infinite mercy, allows, beautiful things to happen to you. And He showers us with a lot of grace as He's been doing. All right. So I pray that our new week is fulfilled. And, I pray that your week is as amazing as possible. All right. So I need you to, double down on your learning process. Don't forget to fire on. All right. don't ever feel down at any point or don't relent or anything of that sort. Even when you're down, just let it be for a moment. And after that moment, just shake it off. And just continue to forge ahead, even in the midst of crazy havoc. Okay. And I believe that beautiful things will happen. We've always been optimistic. We've seen the results of being consistent as traders, and God has honestly been faithful. So I know that He's neither gonna leave us nor forsake us. So I said every time, I think as much as you guys need me, I also need you. So ensure that you take very good care of yourselves and let people know where you're going when you're going. And I know you're all big men and women, but at least just let a friend or somebody know where you're going. So take very good care of yourself, and I'll see you guys same time tomorrow. Bye for now and enjoy the rest of your week. Safe.